Greetings everyone and welcome to your weekly entertainment program, Colorful Ethiopia. I'm your host, Eron Bezabek. Holiday celebrations of Christmas and the New Year are underway, being celebrated colorfully all over the globe. Also here in Addis, we have special decorations and events all over the city commemorating this holiday from December until January 6th or 7th, that is until the Ethiopian Christmas. So today on our program we'll have a special segment talking about the Christmas customs and traditions in Italy and US. I'm sure you enjoy it. Please stay tuned as we will also have interesting Ethiopian music selections coming your way. Let's start off with Mesfin's Guraginya song talking about the customs of celebrating a holiday. Please stay tuned and I'll see you later.
Narabi ajgawu abana yawra madotana Kwana Abana Dakiana Weta Sambatu Abana Dakiana Weta Sambatu يا يشري أشبهه عبادي قوتا يا سنبتكو هنم قس يا يشري أشبهه ليلو 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 Dakiana Daviana, Messit Goman Japun, Ujao Mampana, with all the Kakarga, Camera Yanana, a Jigona Kankas, Sabin American, Anakuya Shakir, Dakiana Daviana, Messit Goman Japun, Ujao Mampana, with all the Kakarga, Camera Yanana, a Jigona Kankas, Sabin American, Abimiadakana, 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 Abimiadakana.
Christmas is a religious and cultural holiday celebrating the birth of Christ. People celebrate it in so many different ways across the world. Please watch the following program as I have some interesting stories from our guests telling us about the custom and tradition of their hometown. And I'll see you later. Today I am joined by the Deputy Mission from the Italian Embassy here in Addis. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for joining us and welcome to Colorful Ethiopia. What can you tell us about the customs and traditions of celebrating Christmas in Italy?
Well, of course, Christmas is a very important celebration for Italy. I think that Italy and Ethiopia share nearly 2,000 years of Christian tradition. So it's a tradition and a feast that is really deeply rooted in the Italian culture. Most important celebrations are, of course, on the 24th, the eve of Christmas, 24th of December. And usually people have a family dinner. It's really more than family than friends. Before the Eve Mass that takes place in the evening, so during the night between the 24th and the 25th. And then on the 25th, of course, there is a very important Mass, and also there again another opportunity to have a family lunch, usually. So it's the lunch on the 25th. Of course, during the 24th and the 25th of December, there is the exchange of gifts, which is the symbol of Christmas, of course, everywhere in the world. And it depends. Some people prefer to have gifts on the 24th. Other families prefer to exchange gifts on the 25th after the family lunch.
What are the common cuisines?
A lot of different cuisine traditions in all the different parts of the country, from the north to the center and to the south. But for the main meal, is tortellini, which is a kind of pasta with meat inside, and they are usually cooked for Christmas in a broth. So it's tortellini con brodo, and it's a very typical Christmas meal all over the country. But then in different parts of the country you have different specialities, both with the salty food and also for cakes. Usually something that we have in common all around the country is cakes with panettone and pandoro, which is a very old cake from the north of Italy. The word pane being bread, panettone is like a big bread, so it's a cake with very soft, spongy cake with the sultanas and fruits, and it's really a very, very popular sweet all over the country. And I understand it's also quite famous also abroad, and I understand there's also an influence and a linkage with an Ethiopian tradition.
Of Christ. What do you say about that?
The crib, it's so-called presepe. It's a very, very old Italian tradition, and it's said that the first representation of Nativity was originated and was organized by Saint Francis of Assisi, who is the patron saint of Italy, actually. It's a very famous saint, of course, all over the world. And he had this idea of representing the birth of Christ in a place called Greggio, which is considered to be the first crib in the history, and it's really a representation of the Nativity, with the main message being to let also humble people understand the importance of the birth of Christ.
Is the Santa Claus tradition common in Italy?
Yeah, actually, it's interesting because Santa Claus is, we call him Babbo Natale, Babbo being father and Natale being Christmas, so it's Father Christmas. And he actually comes through the chimney on a cold winter night, also to Italy on the night between the 24th and the 25th. Actually, an interesting thing that it's often forgotten is that the origin of Santa Claus is also in Italy, because it's linked to Saint Nicholas, which is a saint, actually Saint Nicholas of Myra. And the main shrine of St. Nicholas in the Christian world actually is in Italy, in a town called Bari. So San Nicola di Bari, he's actually, on the 6th of December, he's actually the origin of Santa Claus. But Santa Claus being the Northern European version of San Nicola di Bari. So he's very, and of course he has the typical white beard with a red cap, and of course it's the passion for all children, actually also for adults.
Is it your first time here in Addis to celebrate Christmas?
Yes, it will be, because I've only been here for 5 months, and I really look forward to celebrating Christmas here in Addis, and I look forward to celebrating the next 4 Christmases in Addis. I already got, let's say, an introduction to the Christmas celebrations also for Ethiopia, with the nice sound of coming from the churches around the embassies in Gez, of course. So I unfortunately don't understand what the song is, but it's very nice to hear this preparation also in Addis Ababa. So I really look forward to also having more opportunity to understand more about Christmas celebrations also here in Ethiopia.
Great. How do you say Merry Christmas in Italian?
Buon Natale, and we can also add Felice Anno Nuovo, that is Happy New Year after. Usually you say the two things together, so Buon Natale. Betana Mexegenallo, and Melkam Genna also to you. Thanks.
Okay. Is there any song that you'd like played in our program today?
There is one in particular which is called Tu scendi dalle stelle, which means you come down from the stars, and it's a very old song that was written in more than 200 years ago, around 1750, by a Neapolitan man who actually was also declared a saint after, and it's a very old and popular song.
many Americans are celebrating Christmas on December 25th. I'm joined by Nick here today to tell us more about the customs and traditions of celebrating Christmas in the United States and his experience here. Thank you for joining us. Okay. So, what do you usually do on the eve of Christmas?
When I grew up, we would always go to church on Christmas Eve and have a Christmas Eve service. And then, of course, you come home and you put out cookies and milk for Santa and the reindeer, and you go to sleep and wait for Christmas morning.
What do you actually do on December 25th?
Well, and I think that varies too. In my family, we stayed home because, again, we had the Christmas Eve service at church the night before. So you wake up and you keep the kids in bed as long as you can because they're all excited. And then you go down and there's the Christmas tree and the presents will be under the tree. And we give each other gifts and celebrate. And of course, you know, we go in our stockings. In our family, Santa fills the stockings and then the presents are from family. But in some families, Santa brings presents as well. And that's how I grew up. Santa brought presents and the stockings were from family. So it really does vary.
What sort of events would you be interested in Christmas if you're here in Addis? Or?
Well, we've gone to a couple of Christmas markets, and we went to a Christmas concert at one of the churches, which was nice. This is our first Christmas in Ethiopia, so we're looking forward to seeing how Ethiopian Christmas is celebrated. It's always interesting, and of course as part of my job, we've been to lots of places to see how other cultures celebrate Christmas and where there's similarities and where there's differences. And I think, you know, we get caught up in the decorations and the feasts and things like that, but also Christmas is a time to, you know, remind ourselves that we're all people, to look out for each other.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all his reindeer are pulling on the rein.
What are the common feasts, like the cuisine where you're having dinner?
In my family, it might be a turkey or even roast beef or sometimes a Christmas ham, and then all kinds of side dishes which vary from place to place. For us, it would be, you know, baked pineapple or mashed potatoes, green beans, and of course lots and lots of cookies. Christmas cookies are the big thing. So these white ones are called sand tarts. They don't have sand in them. They're sugar cookies. And this is my great-grandmother's recipe. So she was born in 1887. She was still alive when I was a kid. She lived to be 103. But we still have the recipe, so we make them every year. So then the other ones, the ones that are shaped like little people, these are called Gingerbread Men. Okay. And so these are also a very traditional treat. And in a little bit, I'll show you my gingerbread house, which is another tradition, but it's made out of the same thing. So please, wow. Yeah.
Thank you.
A lot of people make gingerbread houses in some form or other. You know, this is just, for me, making something unique and something that is culturally appropriate to where I am is my tradition. And so then I made the gingerbread palm trees, put a Christmas tree just for, you know, tradition's sake. But this is all edible. Wow. You can eat the whole thing. So
that's the thing I'm looking at because you have sweets on them.
Wow. You can eat the whole thing from top to bottom.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all his reindeer.
It's about the customs and traditions of celebrating Christmas in U.S.
In my own family, you know, we usually celebrate Christmas at home. We would have relatives come over. You know, everyone has a Christmas tree, but the Christmas trees are different from place to place. So for example, our tree, because we travel a lot for my job, we try to get Christmas ornaments from the places that we go. So when we unpack the ornaments, we get to remember all the places we've been. This is the firehouse in my hometown. And so every year they have a train garden. So they have little miniature trains that run around through a miniature town. Wow. This is the one from Armenia, a pomegranate. This pomegranate is from Azerbaijan. This egg is from Romania. And this star is from North Carolina. It's from a particular religious group. This picture is from Slovakia. This is from Texas, a boot, a cowboy boot. Yeah, this is from Austria. Wow. There's a little Christmas tree with spices. And this I like. It's a snail shell from Laos. And actually this year the topper on the tree is a cross that we got here in Ethiopia. So that's our Ethiopian Christmas ornament.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all his reindeer are pulling on the rein.
This is one of the ways that we teach our children the Bible story of the birth of Jesus. And so each day has a number. You start with 1, and it has a picture. And then we use that to tell the story of, how, the angel came to Mary, and they went to Bethlehem, and they ended up in the stable and gave birth to Jesus. And so it's a way also to help them count down to Christmas, and helps them remember that there's still a little bit of time. So yeah, then you have the nativity scene, of the birth. And so that's one of our traditions.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all his reindeer are pulling on the rein.
Is there a change of weather?
The white Christmas is kind of the ideal, but it doesn't mean that's what we actually have. Most of the winter isn't so great. So it's cold and gray. This is much better. It's green, it's warm, we can go out on the hammock. Inside the house, it feels very much like Christmas at home. And that's part of why we bring our traditions with us. We love new cultures. We love, learning about new places and seeing them and meeting new people. But you also miss home. And Christmas is one of those holidays that's very easy to transport. And so you can see the way our house looks, for us, it feels like Christmas. And that's what's important. And being with family, and being with friends, and that we can do anywhere.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all his reindeer are pulling on the rein.
These white berries are artificial mistletoe, and there's the tradition that if you're standing under the mistletoe, you have to kiss someone.
What kind of songs do you play for your music or during Christmas?
Well, that's one of my favorite parts about Christmas. There's so much Christmas music, and it's funny what makes a song a Christmas song. Obviously they're about Christmas, but I feel like there's something about the music itself that sounds Christmassy. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think for most Americans, even without the words, you can hear a Christmas song and know that it's a Christmas song.
What music selection would you like play for Christmas?
Well, if you can find Tom Petty's It's Christmas All Over Again, it's a really fun song. It's not very religious. It's more of a pop song and more about the Christmas culture.
Well, I'd like to thank Nick for joining us today and telling us more about his experience. Now let's move on to his music song selection, Tom Petty, Christmas All Over Again.
Gonna get down. Christmas is a rocking time. Put your body next to mine. Underneath the mistletoe we go. We go. shine your bright. Little kids start to ride. Christmas is a rocking time. Put your body next to mine. Underneath the mistletoe we go. We go. May Christmas time come and find you happy and thereby do a fire. I hope you have a good one. I hope mama gets her shopping done and it's Christmas all over again.
Hi, you're still watching Colorful Ethiopia. I hope you've enjoyed our segment today on Christmas celebration. Ethiopia celebrates Christmas on January 7th according to the Julian calendar, sharing so many customs and traditions with the West as well, like having a Christmas tree or even sharing gifts and presents with families and friends. So I wish you a Merry Christmas for all of you on behalf of the EBC team. Let's move on to our music selection program and enjoy Fika'ab's song who showcases the original instruments in the South, followed by Zelalem's song who shows us the rural livelihood of Tigray in the north. I hope you enjoy it and I'll see you later.
خيلك زغل عمود يطلعني بحتاونا هيكرمني هيكرمني لما كمسلي ولا حيام تقول اي كرمني كل خيله زغل عمر تزلئني رحتونت اي كرمني كمسلي ولا حيام تقول تقول عدي ولا بمعرقي وزحنا بالطقاب قزل تقول اندي مع عسكر حميمي من بيني يبتقي زغور مي دور حالي فوق زينو انا قود ماركير اللبي حنقيدون تخير كندي معالتي نميني نوفو نواتم كيداني عبدبي كسافو أب قدي مسيلهم سوانا تزحقوا أجاوز عدنا قرينوا مرعود هربالي دنقل زولو خبت مالي متا قزي خبز باخل كمش تزلين ولا حيان تخو سعدا لبا ورجان تغينا يتيعب تطار نقلنا أنا سيكرم نفسك حوسي ولا حيام تغنى أنا سيكرم ولا حيام تغنى أنا سيكرم أي يكرمنا أنت لو يكرم ولا حيام تغنى زيادة أخو حلوس لنا تبا ما زار يحني كل لقيت العتاي هيا تولي ما مغبتي قريرة أنا ذبيني إنه أنا قسوب مساسني مرجاي دلين حتى ورجعت تولي البيت بحتو أنا سيكرم نفسك حوسي ولا حيام تغنى أنا سيكرم ولا حيام تغنى أنا سيكرم أي يكرمنا أنت لو يكرم ولا حيام تغنى زيادة أخو حلوس لنا تبا ما زار يحني كل لقيت العتاي هيا تولي ما مغبتي قريرة أنا ذبيني إنه أنا قسوب مساسني مرجاي دلين حتى ورجعت تولي البيت بحتو أنا سيكرم نفسك حوسي ولا حيام تغنى أنا سيكرم ولا حيام تغنى أنا سيكرم أي يكرمنا أنت لو يكرم ولا حيام تغنى زيادة أخو حلوس لنا تبا ما زار يحني كل لقيت العتاي هيا تولي ما مغبتي قريرة أنا ذبيني إنه أنا قسوب مساسني مرجاي دلين حتى ورجعت تولي البيت بحتو
Well, that is all that we have for this week's edition of Colorful Ethiopia. I'm your host, Eron Bezabe, our cameraman, Gule Mekonnen. Don't forget to join us next week for yet another exciting edition. We wish you a Merry Christmas for all of you who are watching. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you.